listening to the rain is by far the best way to wake up in the morning. No alarm clock, just listening to the rain. Love it. This way. Good boy. Of the few people that are camping here today, I would not want to be a single one of them. I think it might be in for the day though, so what I was planning on doing today was I wanted to get our scratch map sorted out. I'm going to need to go into town to get a picture frame for it, but I think it's a bit of an awkward size. It's not a standard size. So what I might do is I might cut the map down a little bit, because there's a lot of bits around the outside that I don't really need. There's a bit at the bottom of the map that has local foods on it or something. I'm not really too worried about that. I also need to scratch off the couple of counties that we've done already. We're also going away tomorrow for how many nights we're going for? I think we're going away for maybe a week. So we're going up to Essex, which is up the right hand side, and then we're going to cut across all the way, not into Wales, but to the border of Wales, because that's where one of our friends lives, the one that has the place in the woods. We've been there the last couple of summers, but we're going back again probably for a weekend, and then we're going to work our way back home again. So I think we're going to stay in maybe 4 or 5 more counties, which we need to scratch off as well. Obviously we can't do that until we've been there. But I'm gonna have some breakfast anyway because I'm starving, and then I think I'm gonna sort this map out, go and get a picture frame, and then figure out where we can put it, because yeah, not really too sure where it's gonna go at the moment. So that comes off, and then with a bit of luck this should fit. I don't know if I'm going to need to cut this. Oh, I am still going to need to cut it down a bit. At the bottom of the map it's just got these like food things and regional dialects. I've never even heard of any of these. Apparently in England we say things like Trarabbit, Gertlush and Cuddywifter. Never even heard of that in my life, don't really care about it. So I'm going to cut off the bottom inch, which goes kind of along here, and hopefully it should fit. Right. Whoa. And then dun, 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 dun. Perfect. I couldn't show you the map that well when we first got it because it was all rolled up, but now it's in the frame and it's nice and flat. You can see it a lot better now. But for those of you that aren't that familiar with the UK, this is where we live. This is England over here, and the UK is actually England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. It's not the whole of Ireland. This part of Ireland down here is not part of the UK, it's just this top bit. I'm not really too sure why that is, but down at the bottom right here is our lovely capital city of London. There's a couple of bonus islands as well, so these are the Channel Islands. These are actually a lot further south, they're pretty much on the coast of France. I don't really know why we seem to own those, but this is Guernsey and that's Jersey. Sark I've never even heard of, I didn't know that existed. And then these are the Shetland Islands, and I think these are further north of Scotland, so they're going to be really hard to get to because they're literally like miles away. There's also lots of other little islands around Scotland, like I never knew North Rona was a thing, or St Kilda. I've never really been to Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh once or twice, which is the capital of Scotland, which is located there, but other than that I've never really been. But to those of you that aren't that familiar with the UK, it's basically split up into lots of tiny little subsections called counties. I'm not sure exactly how many there are. I think I googled it and there was about 84 or 85. I'm going to take the map back out and scratch off the couple of counties that I can scratch off already, which is Wiltshire, Hampshire, Dorset and Surrey. But just looking at this map, this is going to take a long time. So we'll start off with Surrey, which is this county here, because that's where we live. Oh, it's nice and green. Oh, it's got towns in it as well, that's quite cool. So Guildford, Woking, these are all places I'm obviously quite familiar with. Right, so that's Surrey done. One down, 80 something to go. So on our recent trip, we stayed in Hampshire, Wiltshire and Dorset, so I can scratch off these three as well. And I think for now, that's going to be it. I suppose this is a bit of a monumental occasion, because this is like the very first scratch on the map. And this is going to be like years worth of travelling. This island down here, number 1, this is actually called the Isle of Wight, and that's just like a completely separate island, so we're going to have to go there. I have been there before, but we'll have to go there again. So this is what we've uncovered so far then. We've got Surrey, Hampshire, Wiltshire, Dorset. We did do Devon and Cornwall last summer on our van trip. I'd like to go to Cornwall again anyway because it's really nice down there, so I think I'll probably just leave those, although we probably could scratch them off, to be honest. We are going away in the van tomorrow actually, and we're going up to Essex, which is here in the van, and then we're hoping to go across this way, stopping at Hertfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Oxfordshire, and then we're going to Gloucestershire, I think it's Gloucestershire, where we're staying with a family friend for a couple of nights, and then we're going to come back, and I think we might stop in Berkshire on the way, so we can pretty much get this whole section scratched off. Apart from London, I don't know how we're going to do London. That's going to be an interesting one, because there's not many campsites in London, but I'm sure we could figure something out. And then Becky and I were talking yesterday that perhaps next summer, when we go back to Weymouth again, because we go every year, we might do Kent, East Sussex, West Sussex, the Isle of Wight, and then Weymouth, and then perhaps that could be the holiday. Or if we went for a really long one, we could do Devon and Cornwall again, and then the Isle of Scilly, whatever that is. Maybe we'll look at doing that. I don't really know. Oh, there's another one there. Lundy. Never even heard of that. I feel like a bit of a pirate plotting my coordinates on the map. In the galley of the ship. No, not the galley, that's where they cook the food, isn't it? What do you call it? The place where all the map drawings are done. But I think we're going to get the south of England covered first, because that's quite easy. Although saying that, between now and next summer, I'm sure we will go and stay somewhere else. We might go further north, or perhaps up the east to Suffolk and Norfolk. I think it's all going to be about trying to find the time to do it, really, because the big ones up in Scotland and Northern Ireland, they're not the kind of places that we could go to for a long weekend, or even a week really. You'd need to go for longer than that. If we were going to go right up to Scotland and do the Shetland Islands at the top, I mean, we'd probably need like a month to do that. But for now, at least anyway, I'm going to put this back in the frame. Try and find somewhere to put it. It's the trouble with a tiny house, you don't have much wall space. So the only place in the whole house where this picture can even fit on a wall is right next to this one, our lovely Harry Potter poster. I've got some picture hooks in my toolbox because I'm a proper builder, and that just needs the one. Oh, that's just got a nail. Ooh. Wonder if we've got any spare nails. That could work quite well. I'm gonna have to put the nail in for the poster here because this is where the upright is, and if I just hammer into this, it might just like split the cladding because that's just hollow behind there. So we're gonna go here. 11.5 inches. And these are... Oh! Oh! This wall has literally been built for this map. Like, this is destiny. That's wonky. It's got to go up. That's got to come down. Is that still a bit wonky?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit.
That's the one.
Look, that is it. Look.
That's the one.
Look.
So there you have it, guys. How to hang a photo frame on the wall. First time, with no readjustments because it's wonky.
Yeah, no readjustments because it's wonky. Definitely none.
We're professionals.
None at all. Definitely.
Before I forget, I've got a quick shout out to do to Paul Hazeldine. Happy birthday, Paul. Hope you have a lovely day. Safe drive, stay alive. And don't spill your custard. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a massive thumbs up if you did. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going away in the van. We're off to Essex. And then we're going to start a little trip across the country. Scratch off a few more counties on the old map. And let the games begin.